Learn how to know if a product's ingredients are going to be good for your skin if you have dry eczema and anti-aging skincare concerns, or if what the front of the label is just saying one thing, but the back of the label where the ingredients are is a completely different story. And why does it matter? Especially if you have dry eczema skin or anti-aging concerns, you're gonna wanna listen to this. I'm gonna give you a little insight on what to look for so that way you're better educated moving forward, making purchases and decisions on which products you should buy. And then also I'm gonna show you a quick little customer testimonial with her journey and what her results were following the advice that I had given. First thing is that you're gonna look at the front of the labels, online marketing, all of those things, areas. It's gonna say like using natural ingredients, organic ingredients, non-GMO, or essential oils, paraben-free, things like that, which is all fine and dandy, but you need to take a look at the back of the product where it lists the ingredients. For example, just the other day I saw on Facebook a company talking about a certain ingredient in a lot of exfoliators is not good for the skin. And they're going on and on and on, and like, my skin is glowing, it's so healthy and nourished and all the things that you want for your dry eczema skin, right? Well, just out of curiosity, I went and looked at their ingredients. I'm like, well, what are you using for an exfoliator if you think this one ingredient is bad? Because I don't think the same thing. So I hopped on there, and sure enough, looking at the ingredients listed on their website, they have that specific ingredient listed 3 times, but they, in their video ad, said that it's actually bad for the skin. It was harsh, it was damaging. So I digress. Take a look at the ingredients listed on the website. If you're shopping online, take a look at the ingredients listed on the packaging if you're in person or if you're at a market or in the store. Another quick little tip you can do too is look online at reviews and see what other people's experience was like using the products to get a good idea if they have similar problems to what you've been experiencing with like dry eczema skin. If you've tried everything under the sun and nothing works, you feel like products aren't absorbing, there's a reason for that. And because a lot of times it could be the greenwashing, like I was saying. So with greenwashing, what you want to look out for is specific ingredients, especially if the first ingredient in the product is water. Water is great for you to drink, obviously. It's going to help your skin from the inside out, but applying water topically to your skin if you have dry eczema skin and you have anti-aging concerns, that's not going to do anything for your skin, period, end of story, on the outside. If it's further down the ingredient list, I don't think that's as bad, but if it's the first ingredient, then that's primarily what you are paying for. No matter the dollar amount that you paid for your product. If the first ingredient is water, aqua, I would stay away from it. The second thing is alcohol of any kind. I do not recommend alcohol if you have dry eczema skin, especially if you have any cracks, cracking skin, super sensitive skin, rosacea skin. I was finally diagnosed with my rosacea the other day, FYI. I've always known I had it, but is officially diagnosed. So alcohol can aggravate it, make it worse. And then the other thing that I always recommend that you avoid is fragrances of any kind, because companies legally do not have to disclose what's in the fragrance or the natural fragrance. It's a trade secret kind of thing, so they can just say fragrance, and then who knows what's in there, a toxic chemical abyss it could be, and that's making your skin worse. Which is quite possible. So those 3 things is what I would highly recommend to stay away from. And again, like I said earlier, look for products with the fewer the ingredients, the more potent it's gonna be, the more likely it's gonna be super beneficial and helpful for your skin type. I've experienced this personally. I used to be an avid user when all growing up. I loved, no shame to them, but Bath & Body Works, I loved their stuff. I thought it smelled so good and I put it on my skin, but my skin was horrible, especially in the fall and the winter months. It would always dry and it would crack and it would bleed and it would sting sometimes so bad that I would cry because it hurt so bad. Just knowing now what I do from research, trial and error experience, being my own guinea pig, I've come to realize that probably didn't have the best ingredients for my skin type. It wasn't helping my skin, it was probably making it even worse. So I'm gonna plug in this video real quick to watch this customer testimonial. So check out this customer testimonial real quick.
I had this patch of eczema on my face for I don't know how many years, 2 or 3 years. It just came out of nowhere. At first I didn't even know what it was. I thought it was just dry skin, and so I was just kind of putting any kind of moisturizer, even chapstick, anything to kind of get it to go away. And it wasn't until I started watching Renee's posts on eczema, and I thought, well, let me try it, because I've tried everything else that I could and it wasn't getting any better. In fact, it was getting worse. So I started using her creams, and it kept it at bay, but it didn't get rid of it completely. So I reached out to Renee, and she suggested using her exfoliator and exfoliate twice a day, and then even after that putting on the moisturizer. And once I started to do that, that is when I saw improvement in my skin. It was getting clearer and clearer and clearer, and then all of a sudden it's gone, and my face has been clear ever since.
Her testimonial is proof in the pudding, as I like to say, that if you follow a specific routine and a specific layering process for your skin, you're probably going to see the results that you are wanting and so desperately needing. So the nice thing with exfoliating, like she was talking about, that was the last thing that she tried before she did exfoliating and then the cream, is the thing with exfoliating is when you use sugar is very gentle on the skin. It melts very quick when you use it with water. If you look at it under a microscope, it actually has rounded corners. So it gently buffs away the dull, dry skin that makes your skin look dry and flaky. It also helps when you use it on your face. It just gives your makeup a nice smooth surface to go over, so it doesn't emphasize any flakes, anything like that. And then it also moisturizes with organic coconut oil at the same time, but it doesn't leave your skin oily or greasy afterwards because you've added in the exfoliating factor to it. It's not too much exfoliating, it's not too much oil. It's the perfect combination of them working together to moisturize and hydrate your skin all day long. Some people can use the exfoliator just by itself, and that's all they need. There are some people like me. I need to use the cream also just to lock and seal in the moisture. The cream has pure mango butter as the first ingredient, and then organic coconut oil. Again, it's the perfect ratio of the two together. So that way it's very moisturizing and plumping and nourishing for dry eczema skin. In fact, with eczema, it's amazing for the itch. If you have itchy, dry skin, the mango butter specifically is known for calming itchy skin, which is fantastic. And then all those natural fatty acids from the mango butter and the coconut oil help to plump the skin, so it's great to use it on the face. So if you have eczema on your face, it's perfectly safe to use it there. I use the exfoliator head to toe, face wash, makeup removal, shaving oil. I use it every single day. And then the cream, I use it on my face, daytime, nighttime moisturizer. I use it under my eyes for eye cream, neck, chest, and hands, because the back of your hands show signs of aging also. So it's just a good thing to be mindful of. And then last bonus tip, if you will, the nice thing with the cream is because there's no water in the cream, in the formula, it doesn't wash off when you wash your hands. It literally repels water as you wash your hands, so it stays on your skin, unlike most lotions, because they're water-based. They just wash off when you wash your hands, so that way you're reapplying it constantly and you're not getting the results that you need or want or expect. So there you have it. I hope you keep these tips in mind next time you go looking for a cream or an exfoliator. The 3 things to watch out for is water, alcohol, and fragrances. Please subscribe. It helps these videos get seen more by people with dry eczema skin. It helps spread the word, so that way they find out that there is hope and possibly relief for their skin type 2, like me. So you don't have to be desperate like I was forever and ever and thought there was no hope for my skin.